Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. So for my first episode, I will be discussing the second part of designing data collection forms. By the way, the first part is being discussed by Miss Jisa, so please look for her channel. Thank you.
Questionnaire Organization. Magsisimula muna tayo sa introduction. Ang introduction ay tinatawag na cover letter sa mail survey or opening comments naman sa mga personal interview. So ano nga ba ang kahalagahan o functions ng introduction? Bakit nga ba mahalaga na magkaroon ng introduction? Kamukha sa isang relasyon, mag-getting to know each other stage tayo. Kailangan makilala muna ng respondents, ang mga researchers, at malaman kung tungkol saan ang survey nila. So sa introduction, nandoon ang identification of the survey. Dito, nagpapakilala ang researcher kung sino sila, kung saang school or company sila. Kaso minsan, may mga sponsoring company na hindi pinapa-identify kung sino sila. At iyon ay tinatawag na disguise survey. Ang dahilan nito ay kapag nalaman ng respondent ang identity ng company, pwede itong makaapekto sa pagsagot nila ng survey. Pero mas mainam pa rin na malaman ng respondent kung sino ang sponsoring company at yun ay tinatawag na undisguised survey. Ikalawa, purpose of the study. Siyempre, kailangan malaman ng respondent kung ano ang dahilan kung bakit nila kailangan magbigay ng time or effort para magsagot ng survey. Para saan ang survey na ito? Tungkol saan ang survey na ito? Tungkol saan ang study na ito? Ikatlo, explanation of respondent selection. Bakit tanungin nila tayo? Bakit ako? So dapat may explain natin kung bakit o paano sila napili na sumagot sa survey na ito. Ika-apat, request participation and provide incentive. Kapag nakilala na tayo, alam na nila ang study natin, pwede na natin silang i-invite na mag-participate sa survey natin. At para lalo silang ganahan na mag-participate sa survey natin, pwede tayo mag-offer ng monetary incentive. Pwede tayo magbigay ng copy ng study natin o magbigay ng isang sample product. Pwede rin natin i-highlight ang importance ng participation nila sa study natin, na malaki ang maitutulong nila sa pagiging successful ng study natin. At para naman mabawasan ang pagiging anxious nila sa privacy, kailangan natin i-assure na hindi ma-associate ang name nila sa response na ibibigay nila sa study. I-assure din natin na ang confidential ang magiging survey na ito. Lastly, screening the respondent. Kapag pumayag na sila mag-participate sa survey, pwede na tayong bumanat ng tanong. Screening na natin sila. I-screen natin ang respondent kung talagang sila ang the one na need nating participant sa study natin. For example, ang study natin ay purchasing new car. So itanong agad natin, Ma'am, Sir, bumili po kayo ng kotse within the last 2 years? Kung dito pa lang nag-no na sila, unti-unti na natin putulin yung usapan at mag-thank you. Dapat polite pa rin tayo at parating nagpapasalamat. So in summary, ito ang nilalaman ng isang introduction o cover letter. Meron siyang identification of the survey, purpose of the survey, explanation and respondent selection, invitation for participation, offer monetary incentive, assured anonymity, and confidentiality. So pagkatapos ng introduction, move on na tayo sa sequence ng questions natin. So kamukha kanina, una pa lang, dapat i-screen na natin agad kung sila ba ang desired respondent natin. Kapag sure na tayo na sila na nga, pwede na tayo mag-move sa warm-up question. Dito, dapat chillax pa lang muna ang tanungan natin. Dapat maramdaman ng respondent na madali naman pala ang survey natin at mabilis nilang itong matatapos. Kapag nakuha na natin ang interest nila, pwede na natin iparamdam sa kanila na, uy, magle-level up na ang tanungan natin. Ito na yung transition statement. Ino-notify natin ang respondent na mag-iiba na ang format ng questions natin. Ika-apat, complicated and difficult to answer questions. dapat ang respondent committed na sa pagsagot ng survey natin. Kasi dito, mahirap na at kailangan ng mas matinding effort at concentration upang matapos nila ang survey. Ikalima, classification and demographic questions. Dito, dapat careful tayo since personal na ang tanungan at baka may offensive or sensitive question na involved. So, in summary, ang typical question sequence natin ay una, screening, warm-up, transition, complicated and difficult to answer question, classification and demographic question. So, move na tayo sa approaches to question flow. May tatlo tayong approach sa question flow. Una, funnel approach. Dito, magsisimula tayo sa general sets of questions going to specific questions. Kamukha dito, nagsimula siya sa digital camera, pumunta sa brands, tapos naging attributes. Sa dalawa, work approach. Dito, nangangailangan ang respondents ng matinding mental effort para sagutin ang group of questions ito. Usually, nilalagay ito sa deep in the questionnaire. Kamukha ito doon sa pinag-aralan natin kanina, yung sequence of question flow. Usually, dapat pag napunta na dito ang respondent, committed na silang sagutin ang part ng questionnaire nito. Ikatlo, sections approach. Dito, i-arrange ang question into logical sets like part 1, part 2, part 3, or chapter 1, chapter 2, or chapter 3. So, after natin ayusin yung mga questions natin, pwede na tayo mag-precoding of questionnaire. Dito, naglalagay tayo ng code, usually numbers sa questionnaires natin, para mas madali nating i-entry o data entry ang mga sagot ng respondents natin sa Excel or anumang software na gagamitin natin.
Since mas nagiging high-tech na tayo, nagkaroon na ng online survey. So, hindi na natin kailangan ng pre-coding. Kasi may kakayanan na ang mga software na mga online surveys na mag-ayos ng data natin. So, kung dati postal survey ang ginagamit natin, ngayon pwede ng email or web-based. Kung dati personal interview o telephone interview, ngayon pwede ng computer-assisted. So, ang major advantage ng online surveys ay very low financial resource implications, short response time, researchers' control of the sample, data are directly loaded in the data analysis software, saving time and resources associated with the data entry process. So, ito yung isang example ng web-based survey. So, kapag pumunta tayo sa web page ng isang company, meron na tayong link na pwedeng i-click doon at mapupunta na tayo sa survey nila. So, another example ay Google Forms. So, dito pwede tayo mag-create ng questionnaire at ang na-create nating questionnaire ay pwede nating i-email or i-send via link sa mga target participants natin. So, kapag nakapagsagot na ang mga target participants natin, pwede na natin i-extract ang data na nakuha natin at ilagay sa Excel para i-tabulate or i-graph.
Health literacy research requires unique methods that will enable measurement of the study population's ability to access, understand, appraise, and apply health-related information. This often involves answering questionnaires and conducting interviews using paper and pen, which can be cumbersome for researchers. Fortunately, there are ways to carry out efficient research methods that require face-to-face interaction without using paper and pen, and in some cases, without even the need to go to distant study sites. Thanks to the latest information technology, innovative data collection methods have been developed. Among them is a computer-assisted personal interview or CAPI, a technique being used in the ongoing National Health Literacy Survey or NHLS, currently being implemented by the Asian Health Literacy Association Country Office in the Philippines, based at the University of the Philippines College of Public Health, with financial support from the Department of Health, managed by the Philippine Council for Health Research and Development. CAPI involves reading survey questions aloud to participants via a computer or mobile device and entering responses directly into a survey application using a computer. Considered an evolution from the conventional paper-based interviews, CAPIs maintain the interviewer presence that helps the interviewee accomplish the questionnaire if ever there are any points for clarification. This also helps ensure completion of the questionnaire. To submit data gathered from the CAPIs, the interviewers themselves submit the responses to a survey application, which can generate analytics on demand for interpretation and inclusion in research. In the event where internet connection is not accessible, the interviewers can enter responses using an offline survey form, which will be directly submitted in the advent of internet access. Furthermore, hard copies of the questionnaire will be used during data collection in case technical problems arise. A successful CAPI will require the development of appropriate information technology tools and software, an interviewer quality control protocol, and a data cleaning and processing protocol. CAPI has these advantages. CAPIs are versatile, providing the opportunity to interview more people, even those who cannot answer a self-administered questionnaire. It can also reliably and efficiently elicit data for studies on sensitive topics. CAPIs are precise. Interviewers can make sure of data quality at the point of data entry by reducing errors in encoding, which is common in paper and pen method when transferring responses from paper to computer. This process is no longer necessary in CAPI. CAPIs are cost-efficient. There are minimal to no costs to be incurred for printing, transport, and distribution of the questionnaires to the study sites. CAPIs are time-efficient, saving time ordinarily spent in travel to study sites and recording responses using paper and pen. CAPIs take advantage of the latest technology. These can be administered using tablets and other mobile devices. Meanwhile, CAPI is limited by individual device issues that may affect data collection, such as defective audio equipment. In multi-country studies carried out for topics such as dietary habits and sensitive ones like sexual behavior, CAPI has been shown to save time in data encoding in comparison to self-interview tools. Furthermore, these studies show that CAPI elicits more consistent responses and allow for prompt feedback after the interview. Because these advantages generally outweigh its drawbacks, CAPI is a promising method for efficiently carrying out research in health literacy. As information technology continues to evolve, CAPI is expected to be an important data collection method for health literacy and other topics for years to come.
Okay na ang questionnaire mo at may technique ka na to gather data, kailangan na natin mag-pretest. Dito makikita natin kung ano ang mali sa questionnaire natin. So una, kailangan natin i-pretest lahat ng items sa questionnaire. Dapat ang pagbibigyan natin ng survey ay same sa target participant sa real study. At syempre, same din yung method na gagamitin. Kung paper and pen questionnaire ang gagamitin natin, pwede na natin agad makita kung ano ang reaction ng respondent. Or pwede na rin natin silang tanungin kung may magulo o nakakalito sa questionnaire natin. Pwede na rin natin ilagay sa software or spreadsheet at ina-analyze ang data. Dito makikita na natin kung ano ang mali o ano pa ang need nating improve sa survey natin. So finally, observation forms. Ito ay another method sa pag-gather ng data through observation. So may dalawang approach sa observation forms. Una, build approach. Ang mga researcher ay mag-observe muna bago mag-create ng categories sa pag-report nila ng datang na-gather nila. Second, breakdown approach. Dito, nag-create muna sila ng categories bago sila mag-observe o pumunta sa field. Example, sa study na to, gumamit ang mga researcher na observation method para mag-determine kung paano ginagamit ng mga fashion companies ang Facebook as marketing tools. So dito, meron silang checklists na ginagamit sa pag-observe. So, may isa pa akong example, video kung saan ino-obserbahan ang consumer behavior via camera na naka-install sa isang store para malaman kung ano yung nakaka-attract sa buyers at kung bakit sila bumabalik.
With so many products and so many stores and websites, how do we decide what to buy and where to shop?
I like that it's right across from where I usually go to class, and it's really convenient.
Whether it's the convenience, good service, or finding the best deal, store owners want to know what attracts you to their stores and what it takes to keep you coming back. Turns out there's a science to all of this.
Look at the amount of things which are trying to grab your attention.
Computer scientist Rajiv Sharma and his colleagues have developed software that breaks down shopping behavior, much like websites do. His company, Video Mining, uses overhead cameras like these to put together a top-down view of how people shop and what they buy.
Basically, what video mining does is use the software along with cameras that are mounted on the ceiling of stores to track shoppers as they move around in the store and create data that helps us understand how shoppers are shopping.
The software creates maps of a store's traffic patterns by digitally analyzing the video. Cameras like these are positioned directly above, and picture resolution is intentionally set low so that all shoppers remain anonymous.
Cannot identify individual shoppers. Computer is actually watching the video and generating numbers that represent the shopper behavior.
The idea is to show retailers and manufacturers the best areas in the store to place products and how to create a comfortable place for people to shop. Sharma identifies trends. For example, people prefer wider aisles when they shop. Women take a lot longer to shop than men, and except in a few cases, brand loyalty is on the wane.
You can see people coming in, going between brands and picking up the product based upon price, based upon other attributes. By providing the data to retailers and manufacturers, they can design the stores to match the shopper's interest.
The software was initially created to monitor the elderly and disabled in their homes. Now it's keeping an eye on shoppers, giving businesses a scientific leg up in the rat race of figuring out how best to serve their customers and keep them coming back. For Science Nation, I'm Miles O'Brien.